Oops. Okay, so what I do is I go from the inner tunnel squeeze in the thoughts connect in that tunnel, and then everything is done within that tunnel of tension. So the thoughts connect into the tension, and then all movements and everything is done stuck within that tension, and the thoughts are very shallowed. And the switch out is to so it's a thought connection into the tension. Then we want thought connection. We switch it out to thought connection into somatic feelings, and then that is where, like, if you can see my hands, it's like they escape, like the thoughts. So the inner clench. So then the thoughts escape into the exterior. I mean the tension zones out into the exterior, and then the thoughts flow in connection to the tension that the tension loosens up, and then the concentration is on the exterior. So like your exterior plus the feelings that were in the inner clench go into the feelings, in which is also your thoughts concentrated on the exterior. In the feelings are on that exterior. The tension is released, and now the thought connection to the somatic kind of feelings, almost like a Tai Chi like ball, like somatic feelings, right? That's the switch. So what happens is, you interlock the inner squeeze with the thoughts. The thoughts go with it. The feelings, the somatic feelings, also go into it in the creation of just adding tension to it, really. And then the thoughts are stuck there. So no matter what you think, you're thinking with the projection of tension, and you're doing everything with the projection of tension. And then when you switch out of that, unlock the tension, right? Get the thoughts on the exterior, and that just the thought concentration on the exterior is part of the unlocking of the tension, transferring it into the exterior, somatic feelings into the exterior, and then the thoughts speed up within all that and everything, and then you're in control of everything. So now, when I say get off the, okay, I must have hit the stop recording button. So now I think I was at, so now when I'm thinking, when I want to get off the bed and do something, it's more just a side thought because it's like I'm constantly thinking about other stuff as I step off the bed and go somewhere else. Those are just kind of side thoughts amongst all of the thinking. Whereas when you entrap into the tunnel of tension thing, that's like you're doing everything with the tension, and like just little things like get off bed. It's like that's like the main part of the thinking process is stand up, get off bed. It's like, so there's not a lot of thoughts flowing all over the place, you know what I mean? It's not like, that's not just a side idea. It's like, because it's like, that's why the technique in which I used to say, start getting your thoughts traveling just ahead of what the action is. So I'm thinking of the action of standing up going, and then but as I'm standing up going, I'm thinking of the other thoughts of where I'm moving and everything like that, you know. It's like if you're reading, so in the entrapment of the tension, where the thoughts are stuck in the tension thing, you'll read words like in a book, and not only is there not a lot of visuals going on, but the thoughts will be, it'll be like you'll be reading it as you're seeing the line, whereas when you're not stuck in the tension, you're your innate self instead, you're reading almost the whole paragraph, almost the whole sentence before you even start reading the line. Like you're reading, like if you're saying what you're reading, you'll be reading it, reading the other words as you're saying the words that were behind it. You know? As you're saying the words that you have already read, you're reading the words coming up ahead of it, and you're like planning that. So it's that same type of thing when the tension is released back onto the exterior and your thoughts are all roaming within all of that. And so yeah, it's so I mean the main thing is that you got to understand is that when you interlock, inner squeeze, you also entrap the thoughts into that, and that obviously needs to be disconnected, where the thoughts are into the somatic feelings. It's like the feeling, it's like these rolling feelings of within the exterior environment, and also your thoughts are rolling along with those feelings. And that's, you know, it's just like I can break in and out of it now, like, because I know the difference of the feelings and like how to do it and what is going on exactly, you know. The process of breaking out of it is more difficult, obviously, just because maybe it just naturally is, or maybe it's just because of, you know, obviously I've gone through it. The problem being the interlock tension, thoughts stuck into the tension thing has been my, you know, like basically most of my life, I guess, type of thing. So, yeah. So what is there to say about that as well? Yeah, so you gotta stay unclenched with your feelings. Relax your vibe. I was also gonna bring up like how music, like as soon as if you do the inner clench, you know, it feels like your thoughts go into the tunnel of the inner clench thing. When that gets locked in, also music doesn't sound good. Like you immediately can't feel the beat of the music or anything like that. And then as soon as you disconnect that and get your thoughts flowing with the somatic feelings, you know, then the music immediately, you know, it feels like the music sounds good, obviously, and you feel as though you can kind of, you know, flow with the music. You're able to feel that feeling of the beats of everything. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Let me know if you're able to understand what I'm talking about.